The good old days. Okay, Kids Incorporated.
Love.
I know you get asked this question all the time, but just being a part of that cast, and one of our very own Mario Lopez was there with you. Do you have any memories with him? Did you guys cross paths? Because was it the same season when you two were working together, or no?
No, I don't think
it wasn't, right?
I've known Mario since I was 13 years old. We lived at the same apartment complex, and my mom used to give him dating advice, which is hysterical. And I used to hear about like girl trouble and whatever. And he was just the best. And I would go and like visit the Saved by the Bell, set and all of that. And actually he came to work on a show that I was doing as a teenager. And he went to my one and only school dance that I've ever been to. He agreed to be like my friend date so that I didn't have to like walk into a school of like all these normal kids, like the weird actor freak girl without a date. And so we went dance, and he's like the most amazing dancer ever. So I looked awesome. And he was on Saved by the Bell. Like, she's bringing AC Slater and his moves. What? It was insane. And I just love Mario so much. And I think his family is like a TikTok sensation. I'm really enjoying right now. I can't even get over it. That gorgeous wife of his and those insane kids. And I just love it. And he's just the best. So please give him my love.
We absolutely will. I know. I just wrote Courtney saying, your family, all stars.
I mean, crazy. And like, could they be more attractive? Like, it's just not right. It's not like every time I'm always like, ew, first of all, ew. And second of all, wow. It's just, they're amazing. I love them.
It's overwhelming. It is. We've got to go through these again. I know you've been asked these questions, but we're going to get some other stuff out of you right now. Some of your iconic roles that no one will ever stop talking about. Party of Five. Obviously, that was, okay, I want to make sure I get the years right. 1955 was during that time. When is the last time that you've actually watched the show?
Okay, so here's the crazy thing. Everybody keeps sending me clips because I think it's on Netflix. Maybe it's on Netflix, I think. And so people keep sending me clips of me as like a teen. And first of all, it's so scary to me because every time I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, my daughter looks so much like me. It's wild. So that's like a really interesting experience. Then the fact that like the really high-waisted jeans that I wore on Party of Five are now like also a thing. Thank God for my little mom pooch. Like, I love those jeans, thank God. But anyway, so those are like it feels like it's there. And then it's just I was just a teenager. Like, it was just such an innocent, like, great time. And I just got to like love being a teenager and playing this part. And it was just great.
Yeah, we knew you loved the fashion.
Loved it. I loved it. Still rocking the same.
Going back to that time, did anyone have crushes on each other? How did that work? Everyone was still so young and everyone was so beautiful. Everyone is still so beautiful.
You know what? I was really young. So Lacey and I were the two youngest people in the cast. And so I wasn't a part of that. I was like, I had my own dating life, and then I think they had their dating lives. And I didn't really hear too much about like what was going
just like
on.
Family, work, and get to work.
Yeah. So I kind of missed all of that stuff. I think there was probably some of that going on. I mean, I was very aware of how lucky I was to get to be Scott Wolf's girlfriend on television. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, no, I wasn't involved in any of that stuff because we were babies. I was like 15 when I started that show.
Yeah, super young. Would we ever consider like getting on now, especially in quarantine? Would anyone want to get on a Zoom reunion? Would we see on a TV reunion next?
I would be up for it. I would totally be up for it. I can't speak for anyone else, but sure, I would be up for it. It was such a beautiful time in my life, and I was so grateful to get to learn really how to act from all of those great actors. That show just really has a special place in my heart.
Another one where we cannot stop seeing it, and it's the best thing ever that was made, and I love it so much. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Did you, in that moment when you're in the middle of the road, did you have any kind of, was that off script? How did you decide to come out with these? Your character's so iconic, and no one can forget that character.
So I didn't originally audition for that character. I auditioned for Sarah's character, and did a horrible job, and and said to the producer director at the time, I was like, I just really feel like I'm more Julie James. I was like, I just want to be like the tough girl who fights this guy and like loses her friends. And, you know, I knew nothing about him. I was 18 years old. It was the like first big movie that I was in, but I just wanted to like play that part. And I was horrified of horror movies. So another part of the reason that I really wanted to do it is I wanted to see if it would make me less scared. It did not. I didn't sleep the whole filming of the movie. I was chased by day by a fisherman. At night, I was convinced that one was going to like come in my bedroom window. And it was just, yeah, it was an experience for me. I was really scared most of the time. But people's reactions to it was so fun. And it was so amazing. And it was so the opposite of what I got to do on Party of Five, that the sort of like doing that in the break was really fun to just kind of let go and do all that after doing all the serious stuff all season.
When you go into a project like that, how much do you know? Obviously, they're promoting it like crazy when you do a project with a big cast as well. Did you think it would be so iconic and such a big hit when you first got in?
No, I mean, I knew I liked it. I knew that we had a great time. I knew that Ryan and Freddie and Sarah were like these crazy cool people in the world that everyone knew about. And I just felt really lucky to be there, honestly. I had no idea like how people would react to it. Or even what like being in a horror genre movie meant at the time. Thank God for Scream. Go back to Nev, but like, thank God for Scream. It kind of like really set everything up for everyone. And it was so fun to be a part of those movies at that time.
911, huge fan. And by the way, this is a little thing that I've never told the cast. My niece, when she was a newborn, was on the show. She was one of the babies on the show.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah, I was like, my mom. So then after that, that was like in the very beginning, but my mom, like my whole family's obsessed with the show. And I know you did say in real life, the first responders, obviously thankful for them and everything they're doing.
Amazing.
When you're on a show like this, 911, and you see what they go through just from filming it, to realize what it is in real and see what they do in real life and how helpful they are for us every single day. How much of an honor is it to be a part of something like that?
Oh, it's the biggest honor. I mean, what these people do. I know a few of them and have been talking to them throughout this whole process and know personally like what they've been going through. And it's just, I mean, they are heroes. Like that's not a big word for us. They are heroes. I feel like there should be a better word for it. And what they're doing right now, I mean, they are saving us and saving our lives and doing it with gratitude and humor and love and awesome dance moves on TikTok, which just blows me away that these people are doing this. Like, it's just beautiful to see. They are like the definition of the human spirit, and to be able to play that and give any little bit of that back to them in our show and try to, be the faces of them. I hope that we do it justice, and I just, really applaud them and give them so much gratitude.
Have you heard from anyone that sends emails or DMs you that also do the same thing that your character does in the show for the dispatch?
I have. The funny thing that I hear from people who do that is they love to tell me that they don't really cry that much. And I'm always like, all right, people, it's TV. For the love of Pete, give me a break. But that's the one thing that they say to me. They're like, we really, really love Maddie. Really love the way that you play her on the show. But just P.S., we don't actually cry that much. Like, we're not allowed to cry that much. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm sorry.
Well, you're crying for them. You're giving the emotion.
I'm trying. They love to give me trouble, though. It's very funny.